welcome back to the channel. My name is Son. You're watching a football corner. Arsenal 2, Newcastle 0. What a game! To the channel, make sure to like, share and subscribe down below. And guys, listen, what a game. I'm literally so pumped right now, hyped up. Like, listen, to go to Newcastle, to go to St James's Park and get a win where not many teams have even been able to get a win there, you know what I mean? It's insane for us to go there and get a win. Now for me, this game was so good. The performance was so good. First 10 minutes were a bit shaky. We didn't look confident. The passes were very inaccurate, and we just looked off a little bit. We didn't look confident. We didn't look like we were really up for it. Didn't look like we were up for the fight. But after that 10 minutes, after that Odegaard goal, completely changed. It was a different team out there, and you could just see that. You could just see that the team became instantly more confident. The vibe uplifted, and it was just a beautiful performance. Also, clean sheet. We finally kept a clean sheet after how many games? I'm constantly asking, let's keep a clean sheet, let's be more safer, let's be defensively better. Now for me, there was a key thing about this game. Arteta with his substitutions today. Arteta with his substitutions were very good. He brought on the subs at the right time, made the right substitutions. He saw that Zinchenko was defensively a bit poor this game, and he made the change. And Kieran Tierney came on, and what a performance from him. That boy should hold his head up high. Yeah, and I can't believe that we're even thinking of selling this guy. I can't believe we're thinking of selling Kieran Tierney. I mean, come on, man. Such a good defensive left back, good at doing his defensive duties, and it's just insane. And even going forward, he can still do something going forward. But for me, guys, listen, first goal by Martin Odegaard just came out of nowhere. Just a low driven shot right into the bottom right corner. Nick Pope couldn't really get a hand to it. It was too quick, whizzing across the ground, and it just went straight into the back of the net. What a goal. And then we move on to the second goal. Second half, piling on the pressure a little bit, and Martinelli with such a great run, and he just literally crosses it in, and as he crosses it across goal, put in by Fabian Schär, and that makes it 2-0. So guys, listen, I'm not going to say that we didn't deserve this, because we absolutely did. We absolutely played out of our skin. Granit Xhaka, that tackle that he made on Willock, I'm still thinking about it now. I'm going to be thinking about that tackle for the next 2 to 3 weeks, probably for the rest of the summer, because that tackle was brilliant. The way he covered the ground and the way he made that tackle without conceding a penalty, amazing. And I can't say anything more about it. But for me, guys, brilliant game. We were confident. We made sure that we did the job. We made sure that we dominated them, didn't give them any kind of chance to get back into the game. There were a few chances that we missed, and we will have to rectify that and make sure that we're taking the chances that we're given. But for me, other than that, no other complaints. Boys were amazing. Zinchenko obviously defensively, but you know, that is what happens with Zinchenko now. I think he's gonna have to just look at that, try to fix it, try to see if he can do something about it, work on it on training. But I'm sure that he can do something about it. You know, I'm sure that he can train and become a bit defensively better, become more aware of the defensive duties, because you are a left back. But other than that, his attacking play today was amazing. But guys, listen, let me get to these player ratings. Aaron Ramsdale today, he's getting an 8 out of 10. Saved us at times. That Schär save where it was, I think it was Schär or Botman, I'm not sure, but that save that he made where it was off the free kick, and it was literally 5 yards out, and the speed that ball was headed at the goal, it was going so fast, and for him to get a hand on it and par it over the players, amazing. Listen, he saved us. That Willock save right in front of the goal. Just listen, Ramsdale just had an amazing game. Ben White, he's going to get from me an 8 out of 10 as well. Had an amazing game. Kivior, 9 out of 10. What a game. This guy has come into the team and he doesn't even look like he's not used to the league. He doesn't even look like he's a new player that's only played one game fully. You know, he just looks like he's fit right in and he's been able to do the job for us. Kivior, what a player, man. We love you and we hope that you stay with us for the whole of your career, man. Gabriel had an amazing game today. What a game from Gabriel Magalhaes. Listen, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10 as well. Zinchenko is going to get a 7 out of 10 just because he lacked a bit on the defensive duties, but still going forward, he was amazing. But those defensive duties are always going to be the killer in his game. They're always going to be his Achilles heel. But for me, his attacking play was immense today, and he really helped us out with the attacking play. Jorginho is getting a 10 out of 10. My man of the match. He had an amazing game. Constantly talking to players. He was constantly on the move. He was constantly passing the ball around. He was just making everything that we were doing. When I came into this game, I thought they were going to get muscled out in the midfield. I thought they were going to lose the midfield battle because their midfielders are so physical and they really get into the challenges and get stuck in. And they got Joelinton, who's not a small geezer. He's a big guy, man. So for me, I thought that we were going to lose that midfield battle, but Jorginho, he's going to get a 10 out of 10, my man of the match, bro. He completely dominated it today. Was an amazing player today. Had an amazing performance. Granit Xhaka is going to get a 9.5, man. He just scrapes it out of a 10 out of 10 for me. But listen, Granit Xhaka had an amazing game. Defensive duties, he was doing it in the middle of the pitch. He was putting in balls. He was all over the place, man. He was literally the definition of a box-to-box midfielder today. He was doing the defensive duties and he was helping out on the attack on multiple occasions. And for me, it's just, listen, it's chalk and cheese. From the game that we were playing before and how we were playing before to how we're playing now, it's just amazing. And it just shows that those small changes, bringing Kivior in, bringing Jorginho in, bringing different players in that might be able to give that experience to the team, taking Thomas Partey out at time, taking Rob Holding as well. Like, these players have come in and they've grabbed the opportunity with both hands. Martin Odegaard, what a goal. He's going to get a 9.5 out of 10. What a goal from Martin Odegaard, man. Scored that goal. Such a great goal. On the floor. And it just went straight into the bottom corner. You couldn't ask for more. Those shots from him are so lethal sometimes, man. Whenever he gets on that left foot and he shoots and it stays on the floor and it just whizzes over the ground. Those shots are amazing. They're so dangerous. And I cannot say more about his game. He was all over the place today. He was helping with the defensive challenges and putting pressure on, as he always does, because Martin Odegaard seems to be the one that always puts on pressure on the defenders. He always is the one that's pressing, the skipper, doing what captains do. Yeah, some people say that he disappears in games, in big games, which he does disappear in big games sometimes. But today, this was a big game. He did not disappear today. He was there, he got stuck in, did the job. That's all we asked from him. Martinelli next. He's going to get a 9 out of 10. What a game from him. Had an amazing game. That second goal, all up to him. Made it out of completely nothing. He was covered by two players and still got the goal. Made it out of absolutely nothing, and you couldn't ask for more from him. Honestly, it was amazing. Gabriel Jesus, didn't think he had the best game, so I'm going to be giving him a 7 out of 10. I feel like he was just a bit, he didn't really look like he was on it in the attack. There was a few times he just looked like he didn't know what he was doing. He was just trying to grab onto anything that he could. But listen, still, at times he helped us out massively. So during that game, though, unfortunately, sometimes you're gonna have times where you're quiet in the game, and sometimes you're gonna have times when you're loud in the game. But for me, I'm still gonna give him a 7 because overall his performance didn't really hurt us. But yeah, what a player as well. Bukayo Saka today, I'm gonna give him an 8 out of 10. Listen, he's been having bad games, but today he ran his socks off. That's all I ask for. All I ask for is you run your socks off. You give everything you can to the team. That's all I ask from you. Just give everything you can to the team. Make sure you're putting in those performances and make sure you're doing everything you can. Give your last breath for this club. That's it. That's all I ask for. That you try your hardest, give it 100%. That's literally all I ask for. Now, the subs. Listen, some of the subs went on for very long, but one sub which I am going to talk about and I am going to rate him is Kieran Tierney. Kieran Tierney is getting an 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Normally I give my subs all 5s unless they did something crazy, which happened today. Listen, Kieran Tierney, I want to keep that guy at the club. I do not want to sell him. Under any circumstances can we not sell him. The only time I would want to sell him is if somebody offers 100 million or something crazy like that, crazy numbers. Then we can maybe sell him, but we need to get the adequate replacement because that guy is crazy. On the defensive side of it, he is immense. Such a good defensive left back, man, doing his duties. And even on the attack, he can still get stuck in. He can still do stuff on the attack, man. He can still cross the ball in. He can still get into the middle a little bit. He's not as good as Zinchenko when it comes to going in the middle and overloading the midfield, but still, he has his own way of attacking and he's still very good at it. As for the other 4 substitutes, Trossard, Partey, Reece Nelson and Eddie Nketiah, I'm going to give them all 5s because they did come on a bit late into the game, so they didn't really have time to make to have any effect on the game that much. But Tierney, as I said before, I had to give him a good rating because of him coming on in the 60th minute and just making such a great performance defensively. He helped us hold on to that clean sheet because they were targeting that side before when Zinchenko was playing there. But for me, listen, the performance overall was good. Mikel Arteta for me today is getting a 10 out of 10 rating. 10 out of 10. Made all of the right decisions. Brought on Tierney when he knew that Zinchenko was having a problem. And just made it absolutely difficult for them to come back into the game with the changes that he made. Listen, for me, Mikel Arteta, I have to take off my hat to you, man, because it was immense what you done today, man. You're great to see, man, and I can't wait to see what we do in the next game, guys. But listen, we won against Newcastle at St James's Park. The only other team to beat them at home was Liverpool, and we now join that list as the only 2 teams that beat Newcastle at home this season. Now the season isn't over yet and they still do have some home games to play, but guys, listen, other than that, guys, listen, it was an amazing game. I can't wait to get back into the next game against Brighton, and let's go. Come on, you Gunners. I love you all. See you later. Bye.